So for session A, the first session, the parking lot is going to open up at noon in between the middle school and high school for students and their family to gather in their one vehicle and get lined up for commencement. So as you come down Yellow Jacket Drive, it's going to be just like a day of coming to school. And so when you enter in the bus loop, then we're going to have your teachers who are going to be helping direct you where you'll need to park. Then as soon as I turn in, I'm going to go right into the middle parking area. And so if I'm car number 1, I'm going to pull in. And at this time, this is where I'm going to have the orange card that was mailed home. And so card number 1, Hayden Lingle. Hayden's going to come in with her family in one vehicle. And they're going to come down the circle. And there's going to be a teacher that is going to take that card for verification. And at that time, you're also going to get 2 copies of the program. And just a reminder that we will have C-Volt photography in to take pictures of your student walking across the stage. And so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to back in to my space. So if I'm car number 1, I back into space number 1, and that is where I'm going to park and then wait until commencement begins. 10 till 1, we're going to start the processional from the high school parking lot to the football parking lot. And what's going to happen is the law enforcement is going to escort the first car. So the first car is going to pull out, and then cars will fall in behind the first lead car by number. So we will pull around and we'll have our escort. So Yellow Jacket Drive will be open for us. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to drive up Yellow Jacket Drive, and we're going to have an initial stop at Division Street. And what that's going to allow us to do is for the other cars to fall in behind. And then as cars are in position, the pomp and circumstance processional music will begin playing over the radio. So once again, we're going to have this ceremony on WNZR running live. We're also going to live stream it, so it will be available on the website. And so law enforcement will stop traffic, and then we will begin the processional. So as we turn in the football stadium parking lot, you're going to go to the right of the islands. And since we are car number 1, we are going to go into the first island, and spot number 1 is going to be where the white truck is parked right in front of us. And then number 2, number 3, number 4, to spot 10 across the front. And then number 11 will be where the blue car is parked. And then number 12, number 13, all the way to spot 20. And so once the cars have come in, so all 141 cars in the first session, that's session A, comes in, we will have some of the normal components of graduation. We'll have the welcome, we'll have the Star Spangled Banner, the alma mater, We'll have the class gift presentations. We'll have Mr. Cedar's comments. We'll have the class officer's comments. And then when we get to the class roll call, the first 10 students in the first 10 slots will be getting out of their car. And then if you look all the way over to the right on the other side of that white truck, which will be to the right of the stage, there's going to be 10 cones set up. And so student number 1 will go to the first cone. Student number 2 will go to the second cone, and so forth. So the first 10 students will line up, and then I will read the names. And so if you can imagine the stage right in front of us, student name will be read. The student will then come from the right side of the stage across, pick up their diploma. Mr. Cedar and a board member will be there to congratulate the student. The student will exit the left side of the stage, and then from there, the student is going to walk down the outside, and if you can see the handicap spots, there's going to be a table set up where if a senior has some awards they need to pick up, Mrs. Wallace and Mrs. Everett are going to be there to give you your award. And then, once I pick up my award, if I'm car number 1, I'm going to drive down, and there's going to be a cone set up to the right, and standing next to that cone will be student number 1, and student number 1 will get into the vehicle, and then we will exit commencement. And so we will do that from student 1 to 141 in the session A, and then session B, which begins at 3:30, will have the same process. So we're really excited about commencement, what we're able to offer our class of 2020 in recognition of their educational journey, and we look forward to seeing you next Saturday, May 23rd.